Today we're going to make chicken biryani, the dish that has scared quite a few home cooks because it's very complicated in the layering of the spices and getting it just right. But I'm going to show you how to break it down into 5 easy steps so that you can master the art of cooking a chicken biryani at home and impress your friends and family indeed. So stay tuned for this one because this is a beautiful dish and it was requested by one of our viewers. You know who you are. All right, let's get cooking. Now the first step is to make the biryani powder. This is going to go in the chicken marinade and the biryani itself. Now there's no shame in buying a pre-made biryani powder, but I'll show you how to make a nice one. We'll start with some bay leaves, about 3 green cardamom pods, let's say 12. This is the black cardamom, which is fantastic. Completely different smell. It's like really earthy. So this is really strong. So 2 of those should be good. Some fennel seed, a good heaped tablespoon there. Cumin, so about ½ tablespoon. Coriander seed, so 1 and about ½ cinnamon stick. A couple of good sized ones like that, 2. There we go. Cloves, just over about ½ tablespoon. A couple of star anise, 2. They're very pungent, so you don't need many. Black peppercorns, about a tablespoon. Probably ½ a nutmeg, I'd say. And that is a good starting point. So we're going to toast these.
The pan is nice and hot, so it should toast it quite nicely. You can turn off the heat and let the pan do the work.
So it smells lovely and toasty. Use a pestle and mortar or just use a machine. Oh, so fragrant. Really nice. Gorgeous. Very nice indeed. Get some yogurt in here, about a cup, I'd say. About 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This acid is going to help break down that chicken and make it even more tender. Salt also will help to tenderize. And season. 1½ tablespoon. Oh my God, that's a lot of salt. Yes, it is, because we need it to be seasoned. Now, on a tablespoon each, garlic paste and ginger paste. Get yourself a bit of chili powder. This is Kashmiri, about ½ teaspoon. It's pretty strong. That kind of looked like a whole teaspoon, but I'm not going to tell anyone. ½ teaspoon of haldi, turmeric. Now that lovely biryani powder, which is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for that flavor. 2 tablespoons. Start mixing that around a little bit. I'm going to show you a little secret ingredient we're going to put in this. It's going to take your biryani to the next level. Tablespoon of pure mustard oil. This is fabulous. We'll give it a lovely flavor and gloss and shine. Give it a taste. That is so freaking good. Always taste your marinade, because if there's not enough seasoning or acidity at this point, you're going to be screwed and you're going to waste an opportunity. Now, let's talk chicken. Chicken thighs. Always use bone-in chicken with a biryani. Don't use chicken breast, it's going to be too dry. I'm going to make a biryani, it's going to feed about 8 chicken thighs. Just taking the skin off and left the bone in. Really massage all of that in and get that working. There is your chicken. Done. No stress. Cling film on. Smiley face as always preferred. In the fridge, 4 hours, 2 to 4 hours, or overnight. Now let's talk rice. Aged basmati rice is what you're at. Here's the one I'm using. As you can see, it says aged. If you've got to use regular one, don't worry, it will still work. What we're going to do with this, we're going to wash it 4 times. So there we have a rice, it's been washed, set it aside for 40 minutes. No stress so far. Get yourself a big pot. We're going to fill this up just over halfway. Now we've got to season this water up. About a tablespoon of salt. Chuck in a bay leaf or 2. Cardamom pods, 4 or 5. Don't get caught up in exact measurements when you're doing this, especially with Indian food. You kind of just feel your way through it sometimes. 4 cloves. Lovely stick of cinnamon. 1 and a bit there. Very nice. Fennel seed, about ½ tablespoon. And a secret is this. We call it ajwan. Karoom seed. Karoom seed? Yeah, karoom seed. I think that's how you pronounce it. This gives it a real nice fragrance and earthy note. About a teaspoon of this. Oh, yes, please. And then I've got some nice ginger here that I've just julienned. About a tablespoon of that. This is your opportunity to really kind of like infuse as much flavor into that rice as possible. Very nice. Give it a little taste. Okay, lid on. Set that aside. Now, we want fried onions. Red onions is what you need. You can use the other ones if you can't get red. Eating onions sometimes can be a real pain in the bum. Oh. The tears. The tears. Thin, but not too thin. So, well, that's good. Not because if they're too thin, they're just going to burn. Blitz through this. 2 onions there. Plenty. Let's fry them. Okay, now we want to get our oil to a good temperature, about 350-ish. There is no shame in buying pre-made fried onions. We'll do this in stages, even though I just want to dump the whole lot in. And keep the onions moving around. This part's going to take you about 7 to 10 minutes, depending on the heat. You can just see that's perfectly golden brown. Perfect. Okay, now at this stage, take that out. That's what you're looking for. Absolutely perfectly golden brown. There we have perfect crispy fried onions. Okay, rice has been soaking for 40 minutes, so let's drain it and then cook it.
So we want to bring this water up to the boil, and then we want to add in our rice. We're going to boil it for about 4 minutes. Turn off the heat, let it sit for a minute. You know when it's done. It should be a bit chalky when you split open a grain, just like that. Don't overcook it. Make sure you drain it thoroughly.
So we've got our rice there, very nice. Get that into a sheet tray. You can actually leave a lot of these spices in, to be honest with you. Cinnamon, leave it in, that's nice, it'll do its job. Leave the ginger in, do not throw that ginger out, that ginger's amazing. Right, let's get that in the fridge. Now let's jump on to the curry. This is how we're going to cook the chicken. So you're going to need some tomatoes. So what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 450-ish grams. Just kind of like roughly dice them. Now we're going to need an onion because this curry needs a good depth. So get red or white. I'm just going to use red, might as well. I'm just going to finely dice it. I'm tearing up, but I'm not quite crying. I'm turning into Dexter when it comes to onions. I know emotions. 2 of these green chilies, just cut them lengthways. Now for the curry, I'm going to break it down into 2 sets of spices. Hard spices, which are the whole ones, and then the powder that we're going to use. One's going to be for tempering the oil, and the rest is going to get added in while we're cooking the chicken and the onions out. So I'll show you that now. Really easy. This is nigella seed, about half a teaspoon or so of that. Teaspoon of mustard seed. You need some fennel seed, about a teaspoon. About 3/4 of a teaspoon of cumin seed. Fenugreek. Get yourself half a teaspoon of this. There is your whole spices. Now, powder spices. Full teaspoon of ground coriander. Half a teaspoon of the beloved turmeric. A little bit of red chili powder. About half a teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. If you want it more spicy, just add in more. Lovely biryani powder. 1 1/2. That's your powder spices done. So we're going to put a tablespoon each. Ginger paste. Probably about 1 and a bit of garlic. We've got that there to add in as well. So we've got 75 mils of some warm milk. And we're going to put some of this lovely, very nice saffron. That's a nice healthy amount. Really nice. So we're going to leave that to do its thing, infuse and bloom. And some herbs. We're going to put in some coriander, cilantro, and some mint. The mint I'm just going to very roughly chop. Just roughly chop these, nothing crazy. These stalks, just run your knife through them because there's a lot of flavor in these stalks, very different to just the leaves. So put that over there. All the tomatoes, all the spices, onions. Let's get cooking this. So we want to use for the pan, really nice Dutch oven. Heavy, it retains the heat really well. If you haven't got anything like this, anything that's a heavy bottom, deep saucepan will work. If you've got a traditional biryani pot, then good on you, I don't. Okay, we're going to get in 2 big spoonfuls of ghee. So all those lovely whole spices, get those in. That's tempering the oil or the fat. Cook it out and unleash all the essential oils in each one of those spices. That's going to be really nice. You can see all the spices are starting to crackle. Get in your onions, a bit of salt. Saute that for about 5 to 10 minutes.
After 10 minutes, we're going to add in the ginger garlic paste. Cook this out for about 1 to 2 minutes. It is smelling fantastic. Now you're going to add in your dry spices. Look at that. That's just going to soak up that fat, and then it's going to release its own oil as well. Cook that out for another couple of minutes, maybe 3 or 4. And then we're going to add in our tomatoes, which is going to deglaze everything and really build up the heartbeat of this biryani. Lots of depth of flavor. Cover and get ready to simmer.
For about 5 to 10 minutes. Let the tomatoes break down. That's going to form the masala, especially with the onions and all those spices, and it's all going to start making the base. Then we add the chicken. Okay. Very nice. Tomatoes are breaking down. Now we can start adding it all in. This is going to be lovely. Turn up the heat, about medium. Mix that chicken around. Lid on. 7 to 10 minutes. Been 10 minutes, the oil is breaking to the surface. Make sure everything is off the bottom. Now that's as far as we're going to take the curry. Now we're going to get this and start building and layering up the biryani. So if you're stuck around this far, it's the best bit coming up.
So we want to take out some of this chicken and gravy. So I'm going to take out 4 of the thighs with some of that gravy. I'm going to leave some in the bottom as well because I don't want it to stick. Clean the sides of the pan. Now add half of your rice at this stage. Don't compact or force it in. Just let it free fall. Then we're going to add a bit of the ginger from before that with julienne. Add some fried onions. Be generous. And then we're going to go in with some of the herbs as well. Not all of them. Save some for the other layer. Then add the rest of the chicken with that gravy. And then we're going to go back in with the rest of the rice. Just get it in there. You don't have to force it down. Just gently tuck your biryani in. Then we're going to finish with herbs, a generous layer of fried onions, some of that lovely ginger from before. And then we're going to add in our saffron milk for lovely moisture. And for a little bit more extra decadence, a few spoons of glorious ghee.
You can put a lid on. You could do a dum biryani where we make the dough and we put it all the way around. Or we can use foil. One going this way, then one going this way. Put your lid on, make sure it's nice and tight. That's perfectly fine as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to make the dough and put it around. I'll show you how to do that. Really easy. Chapati flour. We're just going to eyeball this. Salt, oil, water. You don't need volumes or quantities. You just got to keep going. Okay, so there's our dough. All we want to do is just roll it like a baguette, actually. See if it goes around the full circumference. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Got that there. Set that aside. And then just start in the middle and just leave a little overlap. Like I said, if it breaks, that's absolutely fine. So we're just going to stick it there anyway. All the way around. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, lovely. And we get our lid. You hear that? And then press it. So that when she cooks, all that steam will stay in the biryani. Now this is what we call the dum biryani. D-U-M. So there is our lovely dum biryani.
Start with 10 minutes on high heat.
So it's been 10 minutes on kind of like medium-high heat. Turn it down just above simmer, so kind of not quite on the lowest setting, but just a little bit above it. And we're going to keep that for 20 minutes. Then turn it off, let it sit for 20 minutes. Even with this, you might see a little bit of steam that comes out. You can just pinch the dough, and that kind of keeps it in. Okay, so it's been on for 20 minutes. I'm going to let that rest for 20 minutes. Get yourself a little spatula or get yourself a little knife. There we go. And all we're going to do is just going to peel it. Like that. Oh, there we go. Look at that. You see all that steam coming up? That looks fabulous. The dough inside, because it's been steamed, so it just comes off in one go like that. Get into this rice. Just look at the texture of that rice. Absolutely perfect, fluffy. I'm going to plate some up. Get some of that lovely rice. You can see the steam coming off this. 2 of those lovely chicken thighs. Bit of the biryani there from the bottom too. Finish that with some more crispy onions. A few more of those herbs. A beautiful chicken biryani. Oh, let's get into it. Smells amazing. So the chicken is just like completely moist and tender. There's a piece right there. I'm just going to show you. You can see how juicy that is. Should use a spoon really, shouldn't I? Man, need a spoon. That chicken is so tasty the way it's been marinated. From the saffron, all the spicing, the rice is all loose, the herbs give it freshness, you've got the crispy onions, just layers of flavor. Oh my God. Just need a spoon. Man, this is God tier chicken biryani, I'm telling you now. Put it in front of a crowd, and I think you're going to be really happy. If you find this content useful, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us, so I can make more of this delicious food and share it with you guys. Let me know if you want me to make something for you. Drop down a little comment below, and I'll catch you all on the next video. phenomenal.